What's up everybody, I'm Hoops and Hip Hop, and welcome to the 4th installment of my new weekly facts series. Since this is the 4th installment, what better topic to cover today than the 4th generation itself? These are 10 interesting facts about the Sinnoh region and the games they are a part of. Enjoy! As we mentioned with Hoenn in last week's video, Sinnoh has a very fitting origin behind its name. Sinnoh is a corruption of the phrase Shen Ao, which when separated into its two separate characters, roughly translates to mysterious god. Considering Arceus was introduced in this generation, the name makes a whole lot of sense. Speaking of Arceus, in the data for Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, there is a sprite of mystery type Arceus. Also known as the question mark type, this type of Arceus cannot be obtained without cheating since there is no data for a mystery type plate. This type has appeared very vaguely throughout the Pokemon franchise with moves like Curse, so it's interesting to think about whether Game Freak ever had more planned for it. Arceus is also mentioned in, of all places, the popular TV series House.
Which is why Arceus created a universe with 3 states of matter and 300 solid and liquid poisons that could cause his symptoms.
Arceus?
Look it up.
While the mainland of Sinnoh is based on the Japanese Hokkaido region, the battle zone is actually based on the southern portion of the Russian island of Sakhalin. The fact that it's the setting for the battle zone is also very fitting because control of the island was fought for constantly by Russia and Japan during the 18 and 1900s before Russia ultimately seized control during World War II. It's pretty likely that Fantina, the gym leader of Hearthome City, is from the Kalos region. This is because she mentions to the player that she is not from Sinnoh and she speaks with a noticeable French dialect, the country that Kalos is based on. Almost as if it was being planned from the start, the Sinnoh region and its events share a lot of similarities with Sun and Moon. The names of 2 of the region's major characters, Cyrus and Cynthia, refer to the Sun and Moon respectively in their origin. Additionally, the Gen 4 games dealt heavily with the Pokemon universe and its creation, just as Sun and Moon brought more light into the new idea of multiple dimensions and universes existing in the Pokemon world, and this just so happens to be occurring on the heels of the inevitable Gen 4 remakes, where its stories about the universe will be revisited once again. It's very likely that the ultra wormholes and multiple dimensions would be addressed in this remake, which gives more weight to the phrase, "it all comes together." A well-known fact, but still pretty awesome anyways, is that the Lake Trio are a possible reference to the Legend of Zelda series. Uxie is the Knowledge Pokemon, which parallels Zelda's Triforce of Wisdom, Azelf is the Willpower Pokemon, which parallels the Triforce of Power, and Mesprit is the Emotion Pokemon, which parallels the Triforce of Courage. The lakes of the Lake Trio are also positioned in a triangle, just like the Triforce. The various regions in Pokemon have an odd similarity between them when it comes to their names. Nearly all of the various Pokemon regions in the main series have names that contain 5 letters. The lone exception to this is Sinnoh, which has 6 letters. Empoleon is the final evolution of the Sinnoh water starter Piplup, and has very interesting origins behind certain parts of its design. Firstly, Empoleon's name comes from the famous French military leader Napoleon Bonaparte, and while Empoleon's English name comes in part from Napoleon's first name, Empoleon's Japanese name, Imperte, comes in part from Napoleon's last name, Bonaparte. Empoleon also shares a near identical weight and height with Napoleon, being 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighing 186 pounds. And last but not least, there's a really cool feature in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum that you may not know about. Called the dongle method, this feature allows you to hook the various GBA Pokemon games into the GBA cartridge slot on the DS, which gives you access to Pokemon that wouldn't normally appear in Sinnoh based on which GBA game you have inserted into your DS. For example, having Fire Red in your DS will allow you to encounter Growlithe and Elekid, while having Leaf Green in your DS will allow you to encounter Vulpix and Magby. You do need to beat the game and have access to the PAL Park in order to access this feature, but it's still really cool, especially considering it's probably one of the lesser known features of the Generation 4 games. And those were 10 interesting facts about the Sinnoh region. As always, I'll be back next week with 10 interesting facts about Unova, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for this week's main series video. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and until the next video, I'll smell you guys later.